When our institution was founded back in 1925, it was really founded so that a professor could take students to actually work real-time in the Chesapeake Bay. And really over the last 35 years, University of Maryland Center for Environmental Science has been a mainstay of the university systems graduate program in marine and estuarine environmental sciences. This is a rare program because students get so intimately involved from the first time they arrive. They're exposed to working on some of the great challenges that we face in the environment for today and tomorrow.
My research is focused on developing new feeds for aquaculture so that we can get out of the loop of feeding wild-caught fish to farm fish. So we need to find alternative protein sources that are fairly cheap, renewable, more sustainable sources so that aquaculture can become more sustainable, but more importantly so that aquaculture can expand. And what we've been able to do is supplement plant-based diets with different levels of taurine to effectively replace the fish meal component. I wanted to come to the Institute of Marine Environmental Technology to work on some of the pressing problems in aquaculture today.
There's actually this one underwater grass bed in the Chesapeake Bay right where the Susquehanna River empties into the bay, called Susquehanna Flats, where the grasses came back all of a sudden a few years ago, and now that grass bed is one of the biggest beds in the whole Chesapeake Bay. It's 5 miles across. And so our research is trying to figure out why that grass bed came back. Well, this summer and next summer, we are going out in the field and collecting our own data. So we're taking grass samples, we're putting sensors out there, we're deploying platforms, we're attaching different instruments to try to collect new data that'll help us understand what's going on in that grass bed. Our hope is that managers will be able to use that information to guide restoration efforts in other areas where the underwater grass hasn't come back.
My research focuses on the population dynamics of brook trout in western Maryland. This species is native to our area, but has been declining. This research project was designed to meet the expressed data needs of our state fisheries managers. We go out into the field in local streams and mark fish with microchips. These tags allow us to follow individual fish through time and learn about important population processes such as movement, survival, and growth. One of my goals with my current research project is to develop the skill set necessary to work at a state or federal agency to conduct stock assessment research on fisheries resources.
This is a female blue crab that is spawning, and the orange part is called a sponge, which is the eggs that are maturing. And my research looks to see how effectively these female blue crabs are being fertilized, so that how many eggs they can actually produce and if it's enough to keep the population at a healthy level. My research is important because it makes sure that blue crab fishing is sustainable, and so that the culture of Maryland blue crabs stays the culture of Maryland blue crabs.
So I'm looking at the effects of ocean acidification on the ability of sponges to build their skeletons. And this is important because in sponges that live in the Caribbean, they account for 80% of the biomass in coral reefs. And they are known to be the most important habitat forming organism in the coral reef environment. I knew exactly what I wanted to do when I saw what the kind of work that was being done here. I would like to return to Puerto Rico and become a professor and teach, as well as do my own research. And for me, this is the only way to get the message across. It's through education and through teaching.
The environmental careers of tomorrow involve a rich understanding of a variety of environments, from the mountaintops to the ocean and all the interactions among them. Our students are trained and get experience in all of those areas, being well prepared for the challenges they will face in the future.